Hey everyone, welcome back or welcome. We have another episode of Let's Talk Tech for freelancers today. Those of you who have watched previous episodes of mine know that this is one of my favorite topics. Today we're going to discuss building your website using AI. Because if you're a freelancer, one of the smartest moves that you can make is building your own website. And I don't just mean a LinkedIn page or a social media profile, which do often have an important place in our business. I mean your own dedicated space online. I'm going to break down why it matters, share a little of my own history building websites, and show you how some relatively new AI website building tools like Durable, which is what I used, make it easier than ever today. Now, you're probably asking why every freelancer needs a website. I'll admit, when I got started, I did not have a website. But as I was applying for gigs, I found that many of the forms that I was filling out asked me to give my business website. I would give my LinkedIn page, but after a while, I realized that I needed to have another credible website available to share with people. Now, the first reason is professional credibility. When clients Google me, I want to make sure that they find a polished website that makes me look established, organized, and trustworthy. We all know that first impressions matter, and a website is a way sometimes of making a first or second impression. It lets potential clients know that they should take the business seriously. It also gives an opportunity to showcase your work in instances where that's appropriate. So instead of attaching random PDFs or sending samples piecemeal, you can have a place where you can showcase various case studies, testimonials, videos, or blogs. For instance, with the Freelance Shift website, I do post all of these videos on the site as a collection of some of the material that I've presented on YouTube. This makes the website a place where clients can explore the work on their own terms. It also gives you more control over your brand. I am not as big of a social media person as I probably should be, but I know that many people do also have concerns, as great of a venue as it is for building a business. It is in many ways rented space because platforms change. We all know that all of the social media sites change their algorithms from time to time. And sometimes that means that your audience is no longer seeing your content. Placing content on your website is the one place that you can fully own and control. It's basically your story, your services, and your voice. A website is also a venue for lead generation. It's not just a digital brochure. When it's done well, it can help you collect emails, schedule consultations, and even automate parts of your business. I haven't yet done that with the Freelance Shift. I probably will eventually. I have used previous websites that I've built for lead generation for different projects that I was involved in. So, a little history of me and websites, just in case you're curious. If you're not, just fast forward through this part till the next part when we discuss Durable. But in case you're curious, I started building websites back in the 1990s. things were very different. We obviously did not have drag and drop tools, and there weren't website builders available. So the first site that I built was actually in HTML, and you had to code every single heading, link, or image placement, line by line. It was really awesome at the time to be able to build a website, because in the 90s, not everyone was able to do that yet. But even though it was powerful, it was time consuming. It had limited capabilities at the time, and it was definitely not beginner friendly. Then, as time passed, along came WordPress, which I used for many years. WordPress was revolutionary in a way because it allowed more people to be able to build a website because of all the templates and the themes and plugins that were available for WordPress. So suddenly you didn't have to reinvent the wheel every time you wanted to add a blog or a contact form. That was a true benefit. Now, WordPress is still around today and it's widely used. I feel like there are pros and cons of WordPress today. I feel like the pros are basically what I mentioned, that it's flexible. There are endless plugins for WordPress because it's been around a while and it's widely used. So it's also highly customizable, and they have a huge community of support. If you're having an issue, you can definitely search the problem and chances are you're going to find an answer. The cons are that sometimes it still feels overwhelming depending on what plugins and themes you're using or what your overall objective is. I've used WordPress for a while. I would never call myself an expert, but I was able to build decent looking functional websites using WordPress. But sometimes the plugins would conflict with each other or just overall break if they weren't supported anymore. So it became a struggle in the way that it was too time consuming to keep it up. Keeping everything updated requires a lot of ongoing time and energy, in my opinion, if you're using WordPress. Now, just to clarify before we do get to durable, I want to be clear. Hiring a professional web developer has real advantages over any of the suggestions that I have made or will make in this video. If you want a completely customizable design, unique features, or someone else to manage all the tech headaches, a developer is absolutely worth their weight in gold and worth the investment. But realistically, if you are a solo freelancer or you're just getting started building your business, the level of expense for a good professional web developer may not make sense when really you just need a clean professional site online quickly when you're getting started. That's actually why I like Durable. One of my former colleagues introduced me to the tool, and when I saw it, after I picked my jaw up off the floor over what it could do, I was in. Durable and comparable sites to Durable makes building websites fast, simple, and accessible. Even if you've never touched code in your life, or if, like me, it's been a while since you've done coding. So How does it work? It's actually surprisingly easy. All you have to do is go to durable.co and sign up to create a website. It's going to ask you for information such as your business name and a short description of what you do. So you want to make sure that you do have that information available and well defined before you go and use this tool. But after doing that, in literally seconds, maybe minutes, but super quick, Durable's AI generation tool generates a professional website for you. It will give you text, it will give you a professional looking layout, and it even provides related images. With that said, does it mean that you can just click done and go? Probably not. You still have to customize it. But Durable makes doing things like changing colors, swapping in your own photos, editing the text, adding testimonials, adding your portfolio, really easy to do. Now, I had a separate web hosting company that I dealt with for various websites that I have prior to using Durable. I started using the other company, which is Bluehost, before Durable was on the scene. So because of that, I had my domain names purchased through Bluehost rather than through Durable. However, Durable does allow you to purchase a domain name through them if you wish. And another advantage of Durable is that it has built-in SEO basics. That is not my expertise, so I'm very thankful that they have a working and well-working tool to do that. They also have a CRM to track leads, but I haven't been using that yet, so I can't really speak to that myself. So far, I've personally used Durable to build 2 of my websites. One is the Freelance Shift, the website that is associated with these videos that hopefully you've been watching. It's my site dedicated to freelancers. Now, each week on this site, I post a new video blog there. The site in this endeavor overall is relatively new, so I plan to build it over time. You can see that right now I have these weekly videos. I released 2 every week, and many resources for freelancers who are basically getting started. I'm hoping that over time, these weekly posts help me build traffic and visibility while giving freelancers a consistent place to find resources that they need. Because, of course, I plan to build the resources out over time. The other site that I built is skilledtrainingandconsulting.com. This is my business website. I also built it in Durable. Skilled Training and Consulting gives details of the services that I offer as a learning and development specialist. So again, I feel that although the site doesn't have everything that I want, I can direct someone to that site, and I have a professional looking site with details of the services that I offer. My long-term goal is to link my 2 sites together so that my consulting business and my freelance community feed into each other. Durable does make this possible to do and easy to manage both. It's just my end. I have to work through the logistics a little bit more about how that's going to work. So, in summary, what I really like about Durable is that I can focus on creating content and running my business, not worrying about updating broken elements of my website or spending hours trying to learn new plugins. So, in my opinion, having a website is not really optional if you want to grow as a freelancer. Eventually, someone is going to ask you for that website, and if you don't have one to give, they probably wonder why. And also, clients expect to be able to see that professional presence. So, my overall advice is that if you love tinkering and customizing, WordPress is a great option for you. And if you have a budget and you want something totally unique and fabulous, hiring a developer is the way to go. But if you're like me and you're a solo freelancer or you have a small team and you just need something fast, polished, and easy to maintain, try a website builder like Durable. It's definitely affordable as far as website creation goes. I feel like you're really getting value for the amount of money that you're paying. So, your website is your digital home. It's where you build credibility, showcase your work, and give clients an easy way to connect with you. The important thing isn't really what platform you use, it's that you get online and make it work for you. Good luck in your website creation. I'd love to hear what tools you use if you have created a website, especially if it's an AI building tool. I know that those are relatively new, but growing very quickly. And if you like these videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.